Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, never mornings. I'm your host, most Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF, Nevermind the Furthermore, which is brought to you, of course, by a generous donation from Joe Bach Tech Apps. That's Joe Bachman, the creator of the IndieCD.org. We're also made possible by the wonderful folks at www.patreon.com/The Historical Fencing Guild. While that is my other channel, both channels benefit from the upgrades. And of course, we are made possible further and always by sales of my books, such as the Big Snappy Robots Core Rulebook. Folks, this is your intro into a whole new universe of excitement and entertainment just waiting for you. Huge lumbering battle vehicles blast their way across the barren wastes of Praxis 5 as mega corporations vie for not just the bodies, but perhaps the souls of the people. And independent mercenaries find their ways to dig out lives. Also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the one-stop shop for picking up how to go from you've never held a sword to proficiency to instruction all in one volume. This is what I consider, in all honesty, my masterwork for college. The two sequels, The Fighting Axe and The Simple Spear, are both also available to give you insight into those weapons. And of course, my latest publication, and something I'm in no small amount proud of, Art and Tales. Volume 1, 25 micro short stories to get you through a little break or venue, and the art that inspired them, all done by prompts. If all goes well, this will become a frequent, if not annual, thing. So we've gotten through all of that. Huge shout out. I want to put a special thank you to Kelly Austin for she is sending me Bishop Kincaid, the Rembrandt Stratagem, and apparently there was a typo in the office, so she's resending it to me. Now, she said she couldn't be here today, but I did say I would be sure to promote her works then and there. So I wanted to knock that out while I am here, folks. I also want to remind you that recent events have made life a little interesting for those of us in the game community and a few other places. And it's very important to realize that your voice matters. Your choices matter. And what you do, whether you serve yourself or you serve the community, or you just try to end up doing what's right for everybody involved, will come back to you one way or another. Maybe not how you hope, maybe not how you expect. But friends, I've been watching it a long time. And stuff that goes around, goes around, comes around. It just will keep seeking you out. Now, I will warn you, going into this program, I do not intend to go longer than an hour. I have been awake since midnight, and I'm just a little tired. My son had a very difficult evening. Not behavioral, just I think the weather got to him, and it was my duty to stay up with him so my lovely wife could sleep. So I am tired. So we will do our best with it, because, well, whereas lesser men may surrender, may give up, may drop to the ground and say, "No, I can't take it anymore," that's not me. It may be a trait that exists to my own detriment, but I just can't quit is not something that comes easy to me. So that being said, I'm going to say, let's see what the chat's saying. I've got a lot of ads to run and a lot of people to talk to. And you know what? Actually, before I do, I'm going to do my accountability real quick. I have not been the most together mentally. So I've been picking away at different literary projects, some RPG work, trying to wrap my mind around the horror story I want to tell. I kind of hit a snag, and I am working my way through it. That being said, I have been artistically charged, and I've done quite a few videos of the Art Time with Nick variety, which are now all conveniently compiled into a single playlist, so you can find them and watch them, going all the way back to 2018, before some dark times where internet service went wonky. But you can see how much that progress I've made, both artistically and with the ability to use assorted digital tools. I think you may find that travel intriguing. As always, most of the art, because there's always technical problems, but most of the art can also be viewed as a time lapse, which at least my son finds hypnotic and vaguely very comforting and vaguely hypnotic. I too like to watch it, because for me it can be a means of renewing the practice, because I draw enough on screen that it feels mentally like I'm redrawing it all, and I find that sort of methodology helps, much like rereading some of your older work. It can be painful sometimes. It can feel almost cringe, but it also can give you insight not only to where you were, but where you are now, and what you'd want to change about it to see if you're still making the same choices. I don't want to say mistakes, because a lot of it's flavorful. So I want to start out today, before I get into the goodness that I'm sure is my rampant chat. I want to ask, what are you doing to give back? What are you doing to keep the red out of your ledger? As we go into this week, as we go to the last few days of January 2023, last couple days, what are you doing to make progress as you look at the first month of this new year? I find myself piecemeal. I feel like I'm spread between many little projects, and none of it is coming together enough quite yet, which is a occupational hazard, perhaps. It could have to do with my my ADD acting up, and that's not me being derogatory, making a joke. It's a medical diagnosed truth. So I'm trying to pull things together. Things may be a lot better for me in February for certain medical reasons, but it's a challenge. So I'm trying to find how I can give back and serve the community when my attention span and processing isn't quite where I normally have it. Also, to the folks who are wondering, both Stuart and Dusty are recovering quite well from the ordeal of being bobbatized. They are in their mutual cages, getting daily careful pats, but for the safety of everyone, they are being kept apart, and to especially allow some of Dusty's extracurricular wounds to heal, as he had a bit of a scare in the last fight he had with Stuart before everything went down. Apparently, Stuart was far more effective than he normally is, and that left us with a couple scary wounds and at least one night of playing, track the cat via blood drops. It was not a good time. So we've had a lot of excitement. I also want to warn folks, basically everywhere in our region, that just about everyone in North America that I know watches this program, there is a likelihood of ice storms coming through. Now, I grew up in Northwest Indiana. I do not really fear snow. I understand snow. You can work with snow. You can reason with snow most of the time, as long as you don't get high-centered and you don't deal with too much slush. But we have slush and ice coming together to make things potentially very unpleasant. So all of you, stay safe out there. Today is one of those days where I sorely miss the ability to ingest caffeine. But so I want you to stay safe out there. Get home if you can. Just be smart. What else? There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. I do have some big news for the Historical Fencing Guild, but that won't be released here. I do want to also put a shout out to Silver Ogre, because I don't want his, he doesn't usually go by his real name, for rejoining the Patreon and helping me keep the lights on around here. It is much appreciated. So, with all that said, because I know I'm forgetting stuff, I'm just waiting to get that second wind. I'm going to move us on down the line. Let's hit our incredibly lengthy comments, and we will see who's here, who's what, who's doing what. And first in the door is Michaela Jade. First in the door, woohoo, woot, LOL. Yes, welcome to the show, Michaela. I hope you are doing well. Be sure to put your links in, dear. I'm pretty sure you have a wrench. And good morning, Michaela, from our own Joe Bachman. Good morning and happy Monday, Nevermorians. I may not be here for most of the pre-show due to driving home from work, since apparently no one else is coming into the office today. Oh, God. Oh, I hate those days where you get confused or some memo doesn't go through and you come in and the whole place is empty. Oh, I'm not driving currently, but I will be in about 30 minutes if no one else arrives. Well, get home safe. We're supposed to be under some kind of watch until noon. So, morning, Joe. Glad to know you aren't texting and driving. Thank you for all the work you are doing on the indie page. Folks, I'm not directly being paid to promote this, but I'm certainly going to. The indiecd.org is the yellow pages, the white pages for independent creators, authors, artists, game designers, musicians. It's becoming something. And what that something is a simple place where you don't have to worry about getting zucked because you accidentally like something that someone threw up, or the next set of billionaires bought your social media site. It's a wonderful, stable, simple platform to... I'm going to fight through it. I will fight through it today. To get your message out there. And I really want to say, this isn't just a, by me stuff. The Independent Creator Directory is a genuine support network where people are shopping within it. It's very different. I'm in a lot of forums, folks. I'm in a lot of discords and forums and behind the scenes chats. And this is why I want to talk about giving back, because I have seen something, folks. There are a lot of people out there who all they do is take. They take and they take and they take and they don't give back. And what ends up when you have too many people of that mentality, you digitally walk into a Discord or Facebook chat or whatever else you are, and it's like being surrounded by carnival barkers. Buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And, some of it's good, some of it's drivel. Some of it's, and once in a while you're just like, wow, that's impressive. But everybody's screaming, nobody's listening. Everybody's trying to take, nobody's trying to give. No system can support in a system like that. Okay? So think about how you're doing to keep the ecosystem going. Are you supporting your authors? Are you creating into the field? Are you communicating with both your clients and your colleagues? Because I truly believe that independent creators, artists, authors are not in competition. Now, this might go up against a lot of people's ideas of capitalism and stuff, but bear with me. The kind of story, when people want a story that's got some intrigue and it's got some spicy romance and maybe sweaty men engaged in noble or ignoble battle, they tend to lean towards folks like, Michaela for her Warriors series. That's not competing with me. I mean, I do RPGs, and maybe someday the world rolls around and my system gets stabilized. Might reach out to Michaela and go, do you want an RPG based on that? Because we can make a negotiation to set something up. Not today, not tomorrow. I'm up to my eyeballs right now and stuff I'm trying to get done. But, it's something like that. Or Cindy Koepp. She writes fantasy with sword fighting and stuff. But it's totally different. And I don't see the need for the cutthroat strategy some people attempt to employ. And I'm also going to say this, and this, friends, because I've been hearing a lot of folks in these forums, and they'll complain. People say they like my stuff and they like me, but they don't buy my stuff. Well, there are some reasons for that. In some cases, the stuff just isn't as good. In the case of comics, there are a lot of people I know whom I love, but their art style is vaguely insufficient, or their writing isn't that good. So I'll support them. Hey, good luck. But unless, they can move past where they are to somewhere I'm interested, I can't throw my money at it. The other thing is, guys, the competition we have going on right now is the fact that eggs are like $7 a dozen. That's where our real competition runs in. The world is getting scary. So we have to decide, can we lower our costs to get our stuff out there? Me, it would be very difficult because I keep my profit margins so low on what I do comparative to the cost of things because of, printing through Amazon and such. There's not much fat to trim off of there. I make about $1 a book on most of my stuff. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And the Kindle pages help a lot. But I keep it low because my stuff is out there to entertain, elevate, and educate. The 3 E's. And that's my goal. Now, some people, obviously many people, are more straight line profit oriented, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would love to see everyone I know hit the bestsellers. I would love for the Rising Tide to be the secret group that people long to claw their way into, because it looks like every one of them ends up on the bestseller weeks, and they just kind of pass it back and forth. I'd love to see that. I want to see you all get so high and recognize that you're too busy to do a goofy show like this or even watch it on time because you're out there hopping and popping and dropping your names in the right places and getting things done. I understand that. That's my goal. My goal is always includes a sort of personal planned obsolescence. I want to help you so that you won't need me or anyone like me. That's part of what I'm doing. It's not about finances, although Lord knows I need them. It's about doing the right thing. It's about trying to be the change I want to see. And there are people who I catch who will try to take advantage of that. They will try to excessively burden me or whatever. And I'm learning to set up boundaries. It's challenging for me. It's difficult, but it's going on. So sometimes setting up boundaries is a part of giving back. Because I'm giving back the respect to say, no, this is as far as this goes. Because that gives back to me. If I put myself out there and I'm constantly doing stuff for everybody and I don't take care of my own, I'm going to collapse, which is kind of how I feel coming into the show today. But I think it's worth it to realize that there are people doing wonderful things to make things better. And I think that that's what we're really aimed for. Okay? So let's knock through some of these chat comments and see how everybody's doing. Thanks, Michaela. Dawn has been great. Dawn's amazing. Coming up with new ideas for the site and getting them implemented for your page too. Good morning, early birds. Better go get more coffee before I fall back asleep. I am seriously thinking if my machine, which my breathing machine malfunctioned last night, the other half of my lovely being awake, I want to go to bed. I'm having fun, but it really feels like I'm sitting talking to Dan Hollifield on Last Man Standing right now. Well, I'm going to make the drive home. No one else has shown up. Apparently, they missed the memo that we are still working from home today. Be safe. Yeah, it may have been weather related. Hey, everyone. Hey, Donna. Hey, Donna and the Witsman dude. Michaela's greeting everybody, and that weird moniker is catching on. Well, these things happen. After my prize announcement video last night, I went to bed. I slept 12 hours and I still feel like I need more. I'm sorry, guys and gals, but my Vela books will be on hold for a few days. That happens. Sinus infections are no fun. Your health is more important than our reading pleasure. Please take care of yourself. That's true. True, Carl, they are not. I should have known better than to sleep next to the dude who had one. Should have slept in the other bedroom. Hey, Witsman dude. With Carl sighs. Does anyone wonder when Nick will get to season 2 here? Yeah, I took over 4th of July. So I figured 4th of July is my season reset. I almost set up July 1st, and I wish in January 1st, I kind of wish I had, but since I didn't, I guess this is the format I'm doing. When did he take over? I'd say that on anniversary. Oh, that makes sense. I was confused. Yes, actually, I was wondering that this morning. Now, I will admit a couple of the numbers got goofed up on a couple episodes, so the episodic numbers might not be perfectly accurate. Made it home before the show started. Glad to hear it, Joe. Stay safe. Yay, Joe. Yay, Joe. 91 divided by 3 is about 31 weeks. 52 weeks means there are 21 more weeks, 63 more shows. So it means it should be episode 154 before it changes, I think. Something like that. Yay, Joe. Good Lord, Carl, step away from the calculator. No, I admire that. I that's the kind of problem I find myself tinkering and solving with. Where's Dan Hallfield in his Excel when I need him? Oh, heck, which dude is doing math? Looking back, it should be around July 4th when season 2 starts, if he's going from when he took over. July 4th was BKM's last show. Armful of kitten now. Google says 21 weeks is in late June. My math worked. Yeah, so I'm planning to use the 4th of July as relatively my season break for this program. Good morning, all. Good morning, Dawn. And everyone's greeting Dawn. Dawn's greeting everyone. And everybody's here. And everybody gets to greet Blue Teddy narrations. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Blue Teddy. Welcome, Blue Teddy. Hey, Blue Teddy. Here comes Nick now. Good morning, Dawn and Blue Teddy. We got greetings. And Love for the Hales is up to 2,440. Yay! Yep, and that means it's about time for me to switch my banner over to be supportive. Boom. I am now supportive. That's www.gofundme.com/f/love for the Hales. Please don't forget the likes. And good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning, Grant. And Grant, I believe, is the first person in my thing with an ad. So let's run Grant's ad real quick. Nope, that's not where I need to be. There it is. Oh, wait, no.
Hazel always knew there was something special about her cat Mooney, but she's still shocked when Mooney opens his mouth to tell her he's just had a vision. An ancient evil has awoken after centuries of sleep, and only one man can stop it, the legendary warrior Beowulf. Unfortunately, it's been over 1,000 years since he slayed a dragon, and he's been reincarnated as this guy. His name is Victor, and he's more unemployed millennial slacker than mighty warrior.
And yeah, that's just a neat take on classic literature, and I love it. We got Grant, and we got greetings, and we got greetings, and we got greetings. And you guys better be staying out of trouble. Yes, well, that's all we do, guys. We stay out of trouble. And hey, from the desk of a small press publisher. Morning, Nick, and thanks. Hi. Good morning, Joe D. McPhee, and he knows what's coming, so I'll just do it. I'll knock that out too while I'm here. Now for the smoothest commercial on WNTUF. Nevermind the Furthermore.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yeah, Joe always has a lot to say about a lot of things, and it's a good thing, good place to hear. Hey, Dawn, and we got greetings, and we got greetings, and we got greetings. And if it seems like I'm skimming through the greetings, it's because I am. Dawn says, I'm trying to stay out of trouble, but I think my Keurig is starting to die. Oh, no. And Grant's greeting Joe Buckman. And we got more greetings. Time to regenerate into my alternate form. And Joe Bachman has turned on his chameleon circuit, is back working normally. Good to see you, Joe. My financial ledger is red until further notice. My personal ledger is in the black. That's the one that matters, folks. Wealth comes and wealth goes. Situations change, but you want to make your personal ledger stay as close to the black as possible. Glad the kids are healing well. Yeah, it's scary. Dusty had a chunk torn out of him about that big, and then another farther around his tail. They got fighting. but they're getting basically some time in solitary to calm down and heal before their problems. Good to hear the kitties are good. Absolutely. Joe Bachman says, accountability, an unplanned stream of Behind the Code tonight at 7. Working on updates for the Android version of DSR apps. Yes. Joe and I were plotting a bit because I opened my mouth and asked a question, and greatness followed because, Joe is a techno mage. He's incredible. Donnie's accountability, keep being rising tide. Do a few things for Michaela. Added to my calendar, Joby. Awesome. Possible unplanned stream of Burning is Love later this afternoon. Also, depending on time constraints, as always, more updates, indiecd.org. Yes, boy, have I done, I think in the last week, I did 2 or 3 unplanned episodes of Art Time with Nick because I had a lot of artistic stuff trying to come out. Accountability, take a nap, rest, and recharge. That's a good plan. Accountability, still knocking out pages for Primetime Saturday night. Number 4, along with sketches to get me ready for Amazonian number 8. Good, just keep pushing. Don says, just saw the Joe, by the way, just saw the compliment, Joby. Aw, thank you. You deserve that, Michaela. And I am here. So I want to run an ad because I realized I have an ad to run for that Witzman dude, as the popular kids are saying. Have to look up that band that did the music for Carl's show because that's such good late night music. But 2, God, does he do spooky well. Joe, I'm also going to be redoing the bit.ly links to point the profile pages on indiecd.org to make things a little easier. And now through follow and now they'll follow these great links. Okay, come on, let's. Sounds like we're hitting the lightning round. Let's hit this and quit this. Alrighty. Check out Michaela Jade's books on Amazon, bit.ly/Michaela Jade. Check out Nick Tockert's books on Amazon, bit.ly/Nick Tockert. Check out Donna's books on Lulu, bit.ly/Donna Carleen. Check out Carl's books on Lulu, bit.ly/Carl Witzman. Check out Dan Hollifield books on Amazon, bit.ly/Don Hollifield. Check out Amanda Tockert's books on Amazon, bit.ly/Amanda Tockert. For all the links to Amy Hale's works, go to her page on indiecd.org, https bit.ly/author-Amy-Hale. For all links to Amy's works, check out her page on indiecd.org, bit.ly/author-Amy-Hale. Catch From the Desk of Small Press Publisher on YouTube, bit.ly/Exincy Studio. Follow Life on Korra Volume 1 on Kickstarter, Life on Korra Projects, Fairies and Ants /Life on Korra Volume 1. Now Now that I flooded the chat with links, sorry, I shall take a break for a bit, and we now schedule you to your regularly scheduled broadcast after that commercial break. Speaking of Mike Jimmy and speaking of his projects, let's throw some wonderful love on the Life on Koepp project. Yeah, that is such a great mix. I saw it on one of the programs that Mike Jimmy's on. It was listed as cute critters and incredible world building, and that really does sum up the Life on Koepp projects. It's amazing work. And the cover that I believe their name is Jaden Lanning, Nita's kid. It's phenomenal work. Alrighty, now to give back, Carl says I watch everyone's shows. Try to watch everyone's shows. Like and make a comment. Even if I don't watch the whole show, I try to watch at least 2 minutes. Ooh, a game of Elite Warriors. I know. Do not forget to like. Yes, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to this because I need to get this out there. Ring the bell so you don't miss all the stuff because while Nevermind the Furthermore and the Historical Fencing Guild are religiously hardcore, dead set scheduled, Art Time with Nick has to stay floaty just to give me that little bit of manic freedom. Don was on YouTube a lot this weekend. I learned a lot. Hi. Well, hi, Johnny freaking Cage. How are you? Go follow him at JP7Art on Twitter. Johnny does amazing stuff. Morning, Johnny. We got greetings. More people are greeting Donnie. Johnny, go. I saw Donna and like your power supply. What's up? What's up, Agent Zero? I hope your dog is kept chrome and your lizard guy is seething. Hello, Nick. Saw your art stream this other day. Loved your art stream the other day, my friend. Well, I'm glad you did. I do those fairly regularly, if not consistently. And I did arrange all of them into a playlist, starting from the ones back when I used to do it with the cell phone propped over the whiteboard. There's a lot of fun in the background of this channel. Hey, Donna. Joe looks around. This isn't the right room. Heads back to YouTube. If I keep at it, I should be able to finish Beowulf 5 this week. Rock on, Grant. We're going to have to get a commercial when the next Chrome Dog thing launches. Zero? Everyone's greeting Zero and Grant. And thanks for the ad. I love having it. I love being able to share the ads with people. Hey, Don, what's shaking bacon? Wow, is it Thursday already? Nice. Hey there, Donna Carlene. Ow, Charcoal has now picked up her brother's habit of claws in the knee, only with me instead of Daddy. That's not great. Not much shaking yet. I've truncated my name for ease of read. Stitch the Studios. Hey, it will either always be there or fall off too well, but you know I love you, man. Hello there. Hello, Cindy Koepp. Don't forget to tip your host. That's right. On the off chance any of you are feeling actually financially generous, you are more than welcome to paypal.me/Nicholas Tockert. I will gladly accept anything that comes my way. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Get back to where I once belonged. Come on, Jojo. Alrighty. Accountability. Worked on smoke and mirrors a little over the weekend, but mostly did perspective and light studies over the weekend. Light studies are pretty zen. That's cool. I like playing with light. That's part of my hang up on drawing water. I love to draw waves, and someday I'll get it where the underwater with the yellow. When you're looking at underwater and it's either sand or dirt, the light comes through and it puts this almost giraffe print pattern of yellow waves through, and the light sparkles in the water. And that's one of my white whales of something artistically I've been trying to nail down, and I haven't quite gotten it right yet. But I understand, and I'm glad to hear other people are fighting the fight. Cindy says, you know you want cool books, Nick's Cool Books, Amazon.com/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. And yes, you can, over on the Historical Fencing Guild channel, follow me at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Blue Tay narrations, but the power is in the dark studies. It's not a tale the Jedi will tell you. Oh, no, Johnny, don't lure sweet, innocent Blue Teddy to the dark side. I don't want to have to draw her as a vampire. Nick does fun art, deviantart.com/Nick T. Yes, and I'm working on monetizing that side a bit too. Hey there, Blue Teddy narrations at Johnny Freaking Cage, Agent Zero, sup? And yes, patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild to support Nick's fencing shenanigans. And boy, have they ever. For the first time, I'm really reinvesting into building the guild back up, which means I'm reinvesting into physically building myself back up. It's kind of scary. But yeah, things are coming down the pipe quite quickly now. Who has not gotten the free PDF preview ashcan for Chrome Equals Dog #1? Actually, I don't believe I have. I need to get that because I've seen pieces of Chrome Dog. I'm proud to be the first fan art creator for for a villain that I just loved Luke's work on. In character design, poor Donna's knee. Let's have a moment of silence for Donna's knee. Okay. Here. In the knees of an angel. Anyhow, Blue Tay says, Johnny, it's far too early in the day to try to tempt people to the dark side. Maybe just earlier enough. I'm a little scarier pre-coffee. Oh my. Hi, Agent Zero. Okay, get Amy's books at Amazon.com/Amy Hale. And what I'm going to do real quick is run her ad, because I have to run her ad, and I need to run Cindy's soon too. So let's run Amy. Amy Hale is a powerhouse of personality, beaming out through the darkness, and we want to help her have the best situation she can. Hence the reason we're rocking the GoFundMe to help with their tremendous medical costs. Sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. That can be done at Risingtide.pub. So you can get books with terrific, amazing stuff. Smashwords, Brian K. Morris. Yeah, here. He's a bit of a jerk, but you get used to it. Twitter.com/JP7art. Okay. Granted, much of his art is mature, so you must be comfortable with certain pieces of anatomy. But Johnny's an incredible artist, and he's somebody who the world needs to be watching because he's just too good not to be. More Brian K. Morris books on Amazon. You follow that link, and yay, Grant. At bearpublications.com because they have fun sci-fi, and bit.ly/bearpub for Animal Eye merch. And if you missed CromCon, you'll want to check it out. So there's a link there. And there is a link, an early link of the trailer done by Tim Mellows of Chrome Dog. Cool. Animal Eye's artist does other stuff. That's artstation.com/RoyalCruise. And if you want his own stuff, he has a Subscribestar, which is subscribestar.com/RoyalCruise. And there it is. Johnny Cage's Twitter is a gas. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him. Do it. Do it. Oh, my name is Jimmy. Anyway, Victoria Adams has advice for those who are hurting. Amazon.com/Victoria Adams. You do want to draw her as a vampire. Look at me. Look at me right in the eye. You do want to draw that. Dang it! You cut that out. You cut that out, sir. Shame. Rolling me like a redhead. It ain't even right. I tell you what. Although it does sound like a good idea. I may take a break from Beowulf after I finish number 5. I have a portrait I want to do. Favorite guitar player died over the weekend. I thought it would be nice to do a portrait. You have my condolences, and sometimes you need to take a break, to find some space, to realize where you launched your art stylus in the last about. Well, it's somewhere. It will turn up when I am not looking for it. So, get into Volcana 2, patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Curses and Cocktails coming soon. That's SL Roland's Amazon, Amazon.com/SL Roland. Chrome Dog number 1, 10-page preview ashcan linkage right there. Guys, look, just stop for a second. That's free. You're getting free 10 pages of hand-drawn quality cartoon content. That's not something that happens every day. Appreciate it. Go get that. Custom web pages from studiohubris.wixsite/studiohubris5. Geeky fun all over the Midwest, Quad City Con. For those not following yet, here is the scoop of the tweets. Twitter.com/justinksweet. And yes, if you want to follow me on the Bird Box thing, twit away, at Tockert, especially I hate to put it this way, but if I don't know you really well, start with Twitter if that's at all possible, because Facebook is where I have a whole lot of friends and a whole lot of family, and I am tolerant in a lot of ways to a lot of things that some of them aren't. So being able to balance that is something that makes my life a lot easier. So follow me there, and I need to get better about making announcements, but I do share almost everything to Twitter, even though I don't get view count for it. Let's see. Twist on Fairy Tales. Yale Dragon Books Meet the Dragons. Animal Eye Colorist is on DeviantArt as well. The Raider 05. I follow them. Carl keeps talking about some project he wanted me to do with him too. So yeah, Magic Tales from the Decoverse. That's John B. Pike and Nerd Culture at that link. Nearly had him. I did. I hope I was sober when I said that. Maybe I'll remember it then. Good try, Johnny. At least you planned the suggestion. Check it out. Wolfsbane in Sheep's Clothing, 2 of 6. Kickstarter.com/projects Wolfsbane Comics. Wolfbane issue 2 in Sheep's Clothing. Cindy Cat, 15 minutes flash by too fast. Sartin R76 for our vintage cartooniness. Get books, dragons, and other fun stuff. CKOEPP.com, where you can also get MI issue 2. Oh, I know what it was. Yes, be waiting to hear from BKM. And twitter.com/ntockert. Thank you. And suitable arrangement is on Patreon. And catch up with you all later. And you know what? Let's run her ad real fast because she deserves it, even though she forgets to promote her own stuff. Oh, sorry. Trying to solve a problem while... Whoops, what do we got? Okay, Rogue Stone. After Dark Stories on Vela coming soon. Now that you have the link, Nick, you may run my ad. To run an ad, I have to download it and put it up into StreamYard, because if I try to run it while I'm broadcasting, things get loopy, and it's a good chance I'll get bumped off of my internet because it's very, very bad. Maybe Cindy forgot to give Cindy her links to share. Quite possibly. Sweet. Nevermind the Furthermore, as always. Thanks. Yes, I will try to get that ad. And what I'll do is I will send you the secret folder link, drop the MP4 file in there. I'll upload it. I know it's a pain. I'll throw it into FB for later. Thanks. It's just I have to go through this whole ritual to get this stuff to work. You have no idea how much tech hates me. And if I looked a little panicked there, it's because Sir Pennington has failed me, and the stylus for my drawing tablet is not where it's supposed to be, which caused, no small amount of anxiety. But it will be found, and all will be just as it usually is. So I'm really glad to see you guys are out creating stuff and you're getting stuff done. I will be doing more shows. I may do an art program sometime between now and Wednesday. A lot of it depends. I usually stay off the net on Thursdays, at least on Tuesdays, because that's one of my 2 days that I take off to burnout prevention, because I stream so much. But a lot of it will depend on how things go. Now, Wednesday, we don't have a guest lined up, so it should be a standard open forum. We could either, we could wing it, or we could throw an Ask Me Anything. If there's anything anybody wants to throw up, we can put that on the docket. I think there's a lot to discuss. I do want to redo my how to build an RPG, but I can't do that till I get some of this mind fog cleared out. I'm having some problems there. So we may stick to the art being the pop-up video for a while. And then I'll do the mechanics video on RPGing, and we'll start going through the Gizmo Glitch Guide to building a campaign setting. I do want to do that as part of the year. I do. We could. I normally give people at least a week's notice out of courtesy, but I mean, if she's got nothing else to do, I just figure she doesn't make my show very often, so I assume she must be very busy at this time of day. Will I finish my engine, or does the new OGL update thing change that? That is a great question, and that bears some discussion. First off, the modern version of my modern core of the engine is done. It's out there. I'm just waiting for Luke to finish making it pretty, and after 3 years, I'm a little eager. The fantasy version is taking a lot of time because I need to do it right. And I'm still going to do it because I have many, many classes that I want to do things different. I want to design a completely different magic system where you have to understand the base system of base plus 2 is established. How modern people level up, what their levels are, hard and fast. It's real simple. Once you get into the hang of it, it has that Nick Tockert plug and play. Oh, that's how that works. But to make things simple in use, it takes a lot of complexity and prep on the designs team, being me. I want to do the fantasy side because I'm not just doing the fantasy side with base plus 2, which I am. I want to convert everything I did for Dusk Falls over Ravencleft Gorge already into it, and then finish the parts that I never wrote down because there was a lot of improvisation that deserves to stay in. I fully understand. But no, that being said, now that, because I want to build that system, I also may mirror it. I may just simply make a 5e Commons. I need to study it. I need to study how the Creative Commons, because I don't want to lose rights. But I want to see how the 5e Commons system works. And heck, I may even do an orc version too. I'm not sure. I want to get my get all the lore codified, get the power balances codified. I want to get it. This is one of those where I'm tapping. This will be the start of tapping the game setting that I've done for 30 years, guys. I'm not. That's a huge, deeply passionate. It's quite possibly my most important IP to me. So it's going to take a long time to build right. And I'm pretty, for this one, I'm planning to do it from the ground up. This is me building for me. Because I just have to see how other things go. Now, I'm going to be highly distracted with eventually the crowdfunding for the Hybrids of Sons of Gods role-playing game, because I certainly have a lot invested in that, and seeing that succeeds as best it can in its given situation. Which that sounds a little limited, but Luke is trying to launch his own crowdfunding site from the ground up. it's a lot. It's a lot to ask, and I'm very passionate about both the world and the setting, but I have to balance. I'm working on setting what my definition of success is, because how this succeeds will determine my course of action with a lot of other things. So I have to see. But thank you. Very, very good question. And we mentioned that if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. I know. If I reach out, I always reach with extreme courtesy to my guests. So I'm always here before they are. I make sure everybody knows, usually a week ahead of time. When I set up the video, I make sure they have the link so that they can hear at their leisure. Because I treat people how I'd want to be treated. And we have to see. I also know that Amy has a whole lot on her plate right now. And the last thing, I don't want to be seen as profiteering. I certainly don't want to be a hassle to her. So we will consider it. It's a neat idea. I might be able to, but I get it. If you don't ask, yeah, okay. And Zero says, so glad you got booked for Me and Steve Talk RPGs podcast, soon to be released. That was a absolute adventure. It is tragic you won't get to see the video because I believe it is a straight audio podcast. But I wish Luke could have stayed the whole time. But he didn't. He was not able to stay the whole time for that podcast. But it was a lot about the mechanics and the reasoning behind why I was doing things the way I did for Base Plus 2. So when I say Base Plus 2, that is the engine inside hybrids. That's the engine that I used for that I converted Jodie McPhee's characters when I set up the Primetime Saturday night wrestling game for him. And I got all his characters and I codified, I don't remember, gobs of different characters and managed to keep them all relatively balanced. It was very educational. And now I'm looking at what I'm writing for myself going, really, Nick? Really? I mean, just the classes page has about 15, 20 not classes, races, things you could be in the RPG. Because for the fantasy thing, there's a lot of variance, and some of it's tongue-in-cheek, and some of it's deadly serious. So it's going to be, and just listing them off and getting them organized is proving interesting. But with 5e going Creative Commons, I may just do. That's my big choice on a lot of stuff is, am I going to stay Base Plus 2 or am I going to go 5e or go through something through the ORC program? There's a lot open to the door, but I think I owe it to myself to at least do some of the to establish the Base Plus 2 fantasy system, however it gets done or distributed. And I might be able to get it. Check out the RPG podcast. Definitely a cool couple of Steve's talking about all things RPG. Me and Steve's RPG.podbean.com. Yes, folks. It was a great adventure. I'm going to run an ad, give folks a chance to kind of balance out, and then we will we'll see what we see. Okay.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Rob, you may have noticed that I did fan art for Robin Yoda. I based what will be an NPC on her in during one of the Art Times with Nick. The picture came out very cool. I like it. I do need to run one other ad because, well, I have two ads that have to be run. Let's go with the shorty first because.
Hey guys, this is Joe Bachman with Behind the Code. I will be streaming live Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time on the Independent Creators Directory YouTube channel and also the Independent Creators Directory Facebook group. You can join me on my journey of creating new apps and also updating websites. Hope to see you there and have a great day.
Yeah, Joe, you do amazing work. And yeah, I will always Twitch that. Carl says, have a great day. Everybody must run. The sound of the modem gets old. Never gets old. Yeah, it takes you right back. Feed the goodies. Be sure to wear good shoes, Carl. Yep. And I was saying bye there. Let me run. Before we all leave, I need to run an ad for Kat Rothermel because she's just too awesome. And I guess I was feeling nostalgic because I ran her Quiet One that I normally talk through. But Kat Rothmel's out there making incredible art. She's got great books in the works. Follow her and hashtag LetCatArt. Y'all, Joe needs to jump also, finding a grant to purchase a building for the park department. Wow. Y'all have a great day. You guys all have a great day. Keep creating. Keep doing what you love because, folks, as long as you create, as long as you find something, you can, as long as you make something, you can edit it, you can tweak it, you can fix it, but you can't edit a blank page. And I will see you all Wednesday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. See you soon.